Cheers!
Welcome to Movie Bitches. RuPaul's Drag Race, All-Stars 8, Episode 4. First things first, shout out to our Patreon supporters. $5 a month gets you ad-free early access. $10 gets you access to our viewing parties, where we do things like shout at the screen and say, "Shut up, Ross!" And many such things that you will see become apparent in this episode and largely the next.
Our anger is
mounting.
But we're having a lot of feelings watching it. So join us to share feelings.
It's
emotional times.
It's feeling
emotional
circle.
times.
Yeah.
It's emotional time for us all.
Yeah. Anyway, second, make sure to subscribe, share, follow us on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and Letterboxd. We've been posting little shorts. When we edit it for the short, it's a little different of an edit.
Yeah,
You know, I think that's fun because it's like basically the same, but a little bit more playful in a different format, you know? So follow us and find out for yourself.
Oh boy. Yes. So episode 4, everyone walks into the workroom and they're all wearing Candy's blush.
Hot pink.
I did see the clip in
Untucked.
Untucked and Alexis just went wild with the blush.
Take a tip from Candy and wear more blush. If you don't have star quality, get the fuck out of here.
You know what I just realized?
You can't go back from this?
I have to go back.
They're probably all losing their minds because everyone's gaslighting them into thinking that Candy's the front runner of this season. I don't know. And then the next day, everyone walks into the workroom. I did really like that Heidi came in Mrs. Kasha Davis's terrible party dress, but she was kind of making it work.
I don't know if I noticed that.
She had it like draped, like the big flag skirt.
Sure.
She had it like draped across.
Yes.
Heidi was trying her very best to keep it fun, and they just wouldn't let her. They just would not let her. But we believe in you.
Yes, we believe in you. We'll get there. Oh, well, so this was fun. They brought back the balloon popping, but this time they get to choose if they're going to give or receive.
Just one top in all of West Hollywood?
In all of West Hollywood?
Does Chanel prefer to be on top, on the bottom, or is she versatile?
Because the Maxi challenge is randomly we're going to divide you into groups and you have to create a trailer for a TV show that you will all star in. Go. It can be anything. Now this, too loose of a prompt.
Yes, and yet it also seemed like maybe it wasn't that loose. It all seemed too...
Well, the fact that they all picked horror or thriller.
Right. I'm like, why wouldn't you pick a comedy? Like, I was...
Well, I'm going, who's picking sci-fi? Because what sets are they giving you?
Well,
what props
right.
are they giving you? I mean, it's all a green screen, but like, I'm sure that has something to do with it. Anyway, that's too broad.
Yeah. I mean, I would have done like a Will and Grace thruple reboot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, where it's like, oh, the three of us are... I mean, I guess then you have to write...
Three's Company.
Right.
Reboot.
Ooh, I love that.
Three's Company reboot.
Yeah, with drag queens. Why not?
With drag queens and a throuple.
Yeah.
Wait. Yes?
Yes. Greenlit. Go.
Wait a minute. Yes? But instead of them pretending like John Ritter is gay so they can, like, that was the conceit of Three's Company.
I never saw it.
So the conceit of Three's Company is he needs a place to stay.
Okay.
But it's too scandalous to have a man living with them. So they pretend he's gay.
Gotcha.
So like he's always like having to, pretend he's gay in front of the landlord and it's, ha-has. But in the remake, they're trying to avoid the fact that they're in a throuple maybe or something.
Sure. Right, exactly.
The conservative landlord is like, what's going on here?
Exactly. There's a third person living here. And it's like, no.
Right,
Like
there's only 2 people on the lease, and they're like, what's this? Whatever.
Yeah,
Maybe they have to, like, they're drag queens so they can, like, disguise themselves as each other.
Love that.
We get into the farce of that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Three's Company, Two's a drag.
Yeah. I like that a lot. Into it.
Yes.
Yes! 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 Yes!
I think this concept might be a little too big, and this was we'll get to the challenge, but my critique was largely that it was like clarity of concept had to be very brief, right? You didn't have a lot of time to convey.
Well, that's the thing. It's a trailer. It's not a short episode or for opening scene of the show, right? It's a trailer, which is a completely different thing.
Yes.
That's like asking them to be marketing people instead of writing a TV show.
Which also, as we see with the strike, is a very particular and skilled job.
Yes!
Yes!
You heard it here first.
Yes.
If Three's Company, Two's Drag
comes out
we
on
on
our royalties,
on
damn
Paramount
it.
Plus, then you know where they got that idea from. Anyway, yes, they're going to do the balloon challenge to break them up into groups, and it's giving and receiving.
Yes.
And oh boy, this is when I started to really realize that the queens were not having it. Like the queens are not playing in the they're playing outside the sandbox.
Sure.
You know what I mean? They're like, oh, you guys are trying to keep us here.
Okay.
We will be with all of their like shenanigans of like, can you choke me while you do it?
All right, now I'm startled by loud noises. If you want to hold me by my throat, that'd be great.
Jimbo putting it in her mouth. We can't do that for legal reasons or whatever. And like Jessica, it's like, oh, you have to brace her for insurance purposes.
I'm ready, Bobby.
Bruno, can you brace her on the other side for safety?
Like they're just like, fuck me with this balloon.
Can you punch me in the back of the head?
And the producers are like, oh no, this has gone too far.
This was an instance where I'm confused as to what we can and cannot show when and how.
Yeah, because this was filthy and I loved it.
Jimbo.
And I was just like, oh.
But then we can't show a douche.
Right.
Well, we'll talk about Michelle. I'm over Michelle
Yeah.
officially.
Yeah.
Entirely.
Yeah.
This should say shut up Ross and Michelle. I'm just gonna have a list at some point. It's just gonna be like, bring back Merle, Jesus.
Honestly, though, wouldn't that be a gag?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's more fabulous people that I think we could find to be qualified judges. Obviously, they're never gonna get rid of Michelle because Ru and she are besties.
But if she was just judging, I think it
Yes.
would be better.
Yes.
Because the directing is
Atrocious.
it's so bad and it just feels lazy. It feels like she was on set, she's already on the payroll.
Yep.
Let's just let her do it. And
But-
it's awful every time.
Awful every time. And here's what really irks me. It's not that she's not a good director where it's like, oh, if only she had said this, she could have really pulled this out. She's knowing their improv.
No.
Well, no, because
No.
I think it'll be
No.
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 No, because remember, but that's the, no, what she means. No. Well, no. Oh, no.
Because she's a judge,
Uh-huh.
it adds a whole other layer of like, oh God, she's here.
Right. And Michelle's saying, no, don't do this. I don't think that's funny. So now I have to change it because she's the one that's going to judge it. And it's like if you had someone else that was more willing to play with it and see, well, okay, that's not quite working. Let's play with that. Let's see what we could do. What's your intent there? Let's make it work.
Yeah.
She's not doing any of that.
Well, and it doesn't seem like Michelle's rooting for them.
No.
But you keep... No. No?
She's not rooting for them. She's actively working against them. And it's weird because then she's actively working against the show being more entertaining, which is her fucking paycheck. So I just don't get it.
But what was with that third pit crewer who was just sort of standing in the background with that glittering shotgun?
I don't know.
It was like a cattle prod. Like I was like, what?
What happens if...
Is this if they don't pop it?
Is this the Hunger Games sketch that
like,
they
he's
like?
literally just awkwardly like
I don't know.
I kept being like, so this going somewhere. Someone glittered that cattle prod, but Heidi received.
Yes. She was posed and ready.
Sorry, so we for real can't have sex again? Because my hole is out.
Because my hole is out.
Is out.
Speaking of holes being out.
By the way,
if you haven't been watching the other two, you absolutely have to watch the other two. It is the best show on television.
It is, next to What We Do in the Shadows, it is the only show I watch that like actively makes me laugh out loud on TV currently.
Okay.
Not where I'm just like, I'm amused, or, oh, I enjoy this, where I'm actively like, oh my God!
Yeah, I mean,
it's those two shows for me.
Yes, I get that. I really wish that Chris Kelly, he's too busy.
You're too busy.
I am. That's why I haven't.
Beautiful and too busy.
He's the writer of the other two. He also
Creator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he also writes for SNL. But so I wish that they would hire him to write the skits for the show.
Yes.
Because like it would elevate it so much.
I can't express to you how fucking funny the other two is.
Oh, I know.
I'm not overselling it, and I can't. like implore you enough to please watch it so
Yeah.
we can get a season 4.
Absolutely.
Because it is the funniest.
Yes, it is I'm obsessed with it. I'm absolutely obsessed. Anyway, think about how funny these skits could be if they had someone like him, and mostly just him,
Well, I'm
doing
still,
it.
I mean, I'll complain again, as usual. Is this something a drag queen in real life would be tasked with doing?
Never in a million years.
So what are we doing?
Well, maybe not that, but like...
Not completely, but like talent show is a perfect example of something you're going to be doing in your drag career that
Yep.
you can then apply to the show,
Yes.
right? Or doing a TikTok, doing a whatever it is. Yeah, of course, writing and you're putting together shows and
Yep.
stuff, but is it weird parodies of network TV show? I mean, only if you're doing like a viral video on your YouTube channel? I don't know.
I feel like there are a lot of better challenges.
Yeah.
And the problem with this is that it's just not long enough. It's not enough time to like really create something worthwhile.
Right.
So like all of these were snooze fests for me. I just didn't give a shit.
Let's get into it.
Okay, great.
So the teams are broken up via glitter, and it's James and Darian and Alexis, Lalaurie, Heidi, and Kahana.
Yep. I'm sorry,
And-
who?
Kahana. And Candy and Jimbo and Jessica are on a team.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so those are the teams. And, you know, go write a trailer for show. Remember when they were like, we have to make a poster. It doesn't fucking matter at all. We're not even going to show them in the judging. Remember that?
To create key art for your series. A single image that sells your show.
They like spent like 3 minutes on their Pilot Friction
Yeah.
tablets. I'm like, give them graphic designers. Is this part of the challenge? They don't even mention it in the
No.
judging. So why did you spend time on this?
Right. I don't remember this at all, and I think it's fine. Even if it's just like, here's the fucking social media intern at WoW Presents who's gonna give you helpful tips on how to put together a catchy image for your thumbnail. You know, sure, I would find value in that.
Thank you. This is also weird because you would never really do this because you would create the show first.
Well, right.
As an exercise in editing, maybe you would do this? Like turning something into a
Right.
trailer?
Right.
As an exercise in parody, I guess, like on SNL, you might do this.
Right.
Then give them each a genre. You guys are the sitcom. You
Yep.
guys are the this.
Sure.
You guys are the
Yeah.
that.
Here's some examples
loose
of what you
outline.
are trying to parody,
Yeah.
right? Okay, you guys have the
Scream
Dharma
Queens.
and Greg, Will and Grace sitcom, you know, theme.
Yeah.
You guys have there's a team of 5. You guys have the Friends living single
Yes.
vibe.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys have the Ryan Murphy shit show theme. Okay, have fun with that. Just kidding.
Ryan Murphy.
Ryan Murphy.
Ryan K. Murphy?
That's me.
It's gonna keep bringing up that Mario Lopez movie every time.
I love it.
Because it really tickled me pink.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
We miss you back at Echo. It's just not the same without you, Hubbard and Dallas. Sometimes when we're lonely, Quintana and I sleep in your bunk, remembering all the good times.
You could do something
Dharma
like
and
that.
Greg and Brian. You know. That's the other Three's Company.
Right.
Throuple.
Dharma, Greg, and Brian.
We gotta move
gotta
on. We have to move
So
on.
Darian has the idea
The
of,
second she brought up Lost, I said, "Oh no, girl."
oh no.
Love the show Lost.
Yes.
And on the show, there was like the others on the other side of the island.
So Darian's like, "Hey, remember Lost? We should do that." Except the others that are on the other side of the island are actually dead celebrities that want you to think they're dead because they found the fountain of youth and are living forever. And they don't want their secret to get out,
Right.
Because it's basically
death becomes
the
her.
death becomes her society.
I mean, I was into it. I was like, oh, so it's Fabulous Cunt Island? Great.
So it's just Fabulous Cunt Island, I see. But the other thing that was weird was, I mean, obviously this is like so convoluted, but it was supposed to be dead celebrities who it's rumored they're still alive, kind of vibe, right?
Oh.
Like Elvis, like that kind of thing.
Got you.
Right? I wasn't quite sure, but then
Agnes Moorehead?
Agnes Moorehead.
That's some kind of drug that you've been giving her. You've been making her act the way she's been.
That was obviously like an option that Alexis was going to bring for Snatch Game, and then she was
Obviously.
like, I'll just apply it here.
Agnes Moorehead?
Yes, you half-wit.
Yes, way too complicated. But at least it's a swing. At least it was interesting. And I thought it gave them an opportunity to make a lot of, inside baseball, old Hollywood jokes, which I was like, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
What a dump! I want to be alone.
Did you hear that?
And Alexis is like, I think this is too complicated, girls. And then
But
they're
she
like,
wasn't constructive in the like, well, it's your idea, I don't want to do it. I mean, she was already setting up that narrative, which, oh my God. I just want to be clear that it wasn't my idea, even though I'm completely safe and it doesn't matter.
I don't like Alexis in a competition setting.
I can't say that I love this idea, but I trust Darian and James.
I have to apologize because I did not come up with the concept for this. Ultimately, it was Darian's idea.
Because I feel like she is not your best Judy.
No.
She's ready to throw anyone under the bus.
Yes.
And I don't really love that.
Sure.
It's not in a I'm gaming kind of way. It's in a that was shitty
a little bit
kind of way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I could see that. Absolutely.
And then Jimbo and Candy and Jessica are, oh my God, this was a nightmare. No. No, I don't like that. No.
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 Well, no, because
No.
no, I think it'll be
No.
no.
No, don't do that. I mean, Candy was just doing what Michelle does.
Right.
So, but you keep... No. No?
And Jessica's
just like, oh God.
Por favor, can you both make a decision? The time is running.
but they land on some sort of Scream Queens Heather's
Sure. Oh, you bullied me, so now I'm gonna kill you.
Jawbreaker?
Sure.
Not really. No, Jawbreaker was
It's funny and good.
clever and had a point of view. Anyway, and then Lalaurie and Heidi and Kahana basically write the plot of Ruthless People. Two incompetent drag queens are going to kidnap a good drag queen and steal her essence.
Right. I hate this challenge. I'm sorry. I just was thinking about it and I was like, this was at least like a clear concept and they were funny and fun, right?
Yeah.
But when you think about it, this isn't a TV show.
No.
This is like
none of them
maybe
were.
a movie, right? Most of
Maybe
these
a
are
movie.
all like maybe that's contained as a film, but there's not a, like, what are we doing? This was wacky.
Yeah.
I have to get over it. It's just, this entire episode was a fail for me. I was just like, skip this one. It didn't work. Just scrap it.
Yeah, the wheels are coming off the wagon because Jimbo, Candy, and Jessica's team are just going filthy.
Right.
Which is fine, but also I was like, what else?
I was like, get off me! You're on my dick.
Okay. How about you're on my balls?
You know, I mean, that was
Right.
literally it.
Right.
We're filthy. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd pull it out of her asshole. Not her vagina, Jimbo.
And Jessica's trying to stick a water bottle up her ass. Or,
To
oh no,
douche.
or was it, okay, she's getting ready in the bathtub. We can't, I don't think you could stick it up your skirt. That's.
Are we allowed to do that?
It's too much, this?
Sticking it under your dress. You don't need that.
Oh my gosh, that's too inappropriate or
I
whatever.
mean, with standards and practices, like in Michelle's earpiece being like, no, we can't do that? Or is Michelle just being like, I don't like fart jokes? I couldn't tell.
I feel like I'm watching a porn.
Yeah.
You want me better like this?
Maybe make a face like it's hurting you. Like she's using teeth. Like, oh.
What didn't they show? That's what I want to know. Like, what
Sure.
other things that you know they did they like not even bother
Right.
to put in the edit?
We're gonna get canceled for this shit.
Because it was in the show.
That's what's so weird. Oh, we can't show you douching. We can only show us telling you you can't douche
after
you've basically douched. They clearly cannot contain Jimbo.
Sure.
And it's really making me laugh.
Yeah.
Because she's a filthy slut, as she
Sure.
would say herself, and it really is just like, oh, congratulations.
How did you two wind up together?
We're both sluts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations.
I did laugh later when James was describing Michelle's directing.
Every once in a while, you'll see a huh. It's like, when a coma victim coughs. It's like that.
And then, well, then the drama has officially begun. So Candy is stirring that pot. Again, I don't like Alexis in this competition.
Was there anyone that was weak in your team? James. I feel like she's like coasting by so far.
Just be like, I had a great time with my group. I don't know, I just don't like it.
I don't like it, and this is, I hate to sound like a broken record. After next week's episode, I think that I am officially done with All-Stars, unless it's a no one goes home.
No one goes home.
Really, we're focusing on the talent and kumbaya vibes. I don't like the way that this format creates hostility and drama between the queens. It's negative, it's ugly, and it's not why I'm watching.
No.
I don't want to watch Big Brother with drag queens.
No.
Don't fuck with Drag Race. Like, let it be nice. If they're all sisters and they're all supporting each other.
But there's a difference between...
Or they're all coming for each other because they don't like each other, and that's fine
catty,
too.
bitchy cunts.
Yeah.
And competition, weird drama, manipulation.
Who's gonna send me home? Ooh, I can't be cunty to them, or I'm gonna be cunty to them because I'm not gonna...
Well, and even, who was it at the beginning? Maybe Alexis?
Here's the problem. In this game, you don't want to be seen as the front runner. Then you're a threat to everybody.
Something like, oh, Jimbo better stop performing so well because we're gonna kick her off. And I'm like, this is literally the opposite of what a competition show should be.
Absolutely. Why are you playing a game of how well you should or shouldn't do to make sure that there's not a target on your back?
You should be your best always, if you can.
Yeah.
Very confusing.
Very confusing.
Because then Candy's bringing up Heidi's kind of going home last week and acting all innocent, like, oh girl, what do you mean? I wasn't trying to, like, just being a bitch.
Well, Heidi, how you feeling now? Because I know last week you were feeling over a bitch.
Candy brings up Heidi's...
We're supposed to be watching each other's backs, but now Candy's bringing up my struggles in front of everybody, and that puts a target on me.
And I'm like, you're being a mean girl.
Right.
You're being a bitch.
You know what it was about.
You know what you're doing.
I'm trying to plant seeds here and there to keep everybody's eyes off of me.
Oh my God, I can't believe Heidi's... It's like, what are you're supposed to be in an alliance?
Right.
And that's what Heidi says. I thought you had my back, girl.
Yeah.
And then she, of course, is like, oh, I'm going to spill this tea because I got some hot tea on Candy. If you're going to be a bitch, I'm going to be a bitch.
Okay, baby, if y'all want to play this game, baby, I'll spill all your motherfucking tea out here, baby. I'll spill all the tea that's behind the scenes. I have tea that will burn this competition down.
And it comes out next week.
Yep.
That hot tea spills over.
Sure, it boils. So, quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the runway category is, oh God, butts, ass out on the world turns. Ass the world turns.
Ass over here, ass
That's
over there. Ass the world turns. No one really did soap opera.
No.
Isn't that what As the World Turns is? Isn't that a soap
I was just
opera?
thinking of like a soap dish reference that,
just
a turban and take it off and then have your luscious lowing. I would
say, do Montana Moorhead and just have the biggest fucking perm and a nurse's outfit.
Yeah.
Kahana almost did that. And then just have
like a big
old ass.
Yeah.
But anyway.
David!
Attention, no turbans for Miss Talbert.
But first out, James Mansfield in this Aztec showgirl, big old headpiece. This isn't my absolute favorite, but I thought it was different. Like, I don't think we've seen something like this.
Oh, really? Would you say that we've starting to get tired of the same looks after... What the fuck? Well, we'll get there.
Wear something that's a bit different from me.
Starting to get a bit samey from you. Give us versatility, give us different looks. Switch it up.
Anyway.
It's really looking samesies. Do you have no recall from week to week?
Probably not, because she's filming 12 seasons a fucking second. I don't know. Anyway, yes, I agree that this was a different look, at least.
Well, it was
for
a
James.
different look for James, but also I feel like this was a different look. I don't remember seeing like a sort of Aztec or Mayan.
That's true.
So I liked the concept a lot.
Yeah. So then next up, Darian Lake in this bronze. I thought she looked really great.
This is her best look this season, for
Yes,
sure.
definitely.
She's snatched.
Yeah.
The bronze looked really nice.
Lovely.
With these garters and this Anne Margaret wig.
Yeah.
And it was just like, she looked beautiful. The whole palette.
What was the ass?
Just her big old ass.
Oh, that's right. Yes, sure, yeah.
Just think about Astronaut Jones. I'll play the clip.
Great.
New universe.
Oh, man.
What say you to this, Earthling?
I say you three ladies hike up those dresses and bend over and let me slap those fat asses.
But next out, Alexis Michelle in this bridal look that, guess what? Her ass was out. I don't know. I wasn't really surprised by this. I thought the hole was way too big.
Shut your hole! I also wish she had like a cheeky, like a thong or a jockstrap or something that was like, look at my ass. You know, if it was like a hot pink
this
panty.
looked like, oh no, someone took a bite out of my wedding dress.
Yeah.
It was like loose.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't
show
off her assets. You know, it didn't.
No.
So the next Candy Muse, and I guess I liked this. I feel like we've seen this before.
It's like big and
Did she do this already on her previous season?
Maybe something.
Not exactly, obviously,
maybe
but
something
like
similar.
I've seen these like anime.
Aja, I feel like Aja did.
Yeah.
And that's her drag mom, right?
I think that's
or drag family.
That's my drag mama.
Big. Blue and purple anime inflatable.
Yeah, like balloon or like inflatable couch. Type material.
You know, it was striking.
Remember those?
Yeah.
That was all the rage.
So uncomfortable.
So stupidly uncomfortable. And you would get all sweaty because it was all plastic. Oh, awful.
This was striking. But I could not fathom why the skirt ended at her cooch and it was like tights and you could just see her whole. Not hole.
Ah, great hairy hole.
But I just really couldn't fathom why there wasn't at least a G-string. I just don't get it when it's like, and here's my my pantyhose.
I didn't put pants on.
Here's my pantyhose.
Yeah.
Why can't I see her latex pussy?
Can you or can't you?
I can't. I couldn't see it. Next out, Jessica Wilde looking stunning.
Yeah.
Didn't really get the ass too much.
No.
I mean, she pulls up her skirt to reveal like a little rhinestone kiss on her ass.
Right,
so like,
right.
She,
Sure.
You know, she's kind of thought about. I mean, and it doesn't have to be a big old ass, I guess.
No. No, it's about the reveal, or I don't know what it is. It's an
I
odd
don't love
theme.
this category.
No.
But anyway, I thought she did look absolutely stunning. Old Hollywood glamour, white kind of draped. She has the best, her padding, it's always right. Like the proportions are perfect.
Yes.
With the wig to the head, to
yeah.
the boobs,
you're
to the
right.
waist,
Yes.
to the
all
hip.
of it. It
like
really,
the whole
silhouette works. And her makeup is gorgeous.
Yeah, so she looked absolutely phenomenal.
In terms of like the concept, sure.
I don't know. It wasn't, you know. I didn't really, I'm going to say it. I don't think I loved any of these looks.
I did not.
There wasn't one that I was like, ah!
No, not a single one. Right, so the next up, Jimbo in this multicolored...
It felt very 90s rave.
Yeah.
It felt like, you know, those music videos where the background was colorful,
like
tie-dyed.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was reminding me of that, but it was very 90s rave.
Yes, I get that.
Bodysuit.
Yeah, with this big old, like, the proportions of this ass were...
Well, they were tits. It was her titty ass. I feel like we could have come up with a better pun than that.
It looked stupid to me.
Well, I think that's...
I get it. It's like she was trying to joke and play off of it, but it still just didn't...
You know what would have worked?
What?
The ass was here.
Sure.
And the tits were there.
Sure.
And it's very,
Mr. Potato Head.
Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
That could have been fun. If it was an ass on her... Like her breastplate was an ass.
Was a butt.
She looks like her ass is in her front.
We're getting very society.
Sure.
I haven't shown you that. I don't know if you'd come back from it.
Oh no.
It's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
Okay, great. Wow.
Housed in a B movie.
Okay.
So if you're looking for something weird, you could check out Society, and I won't say another word.
Great.
I might not even show any clips from it. But if you know, you know.
Okay.
Anyway, next out, Heidi in closet as stripper Eeyore. Yeah, okay.
Sure. Yeah. You know, it's funny, as she was doing her makeup, she had that dressing gown. But like when I was seeing it with like the donkey eyes and stuff, I was like, oh, I would have liked like a Three Amigos donkey look. Maybe literally like one of those illusions where like it looks like you're riding a donkey. Maybe you have two others with you. I would love a sexy drag Three Amigos look.
I would as well.
Tres amigas.
Tres amigas.
Right?
Dusty bottoms.
Yeah.
Wait, yes. Dusty bottoms.
Yeah.
For this challenge.
Yes.
Because it's Ask the World Turns.
Ask the World Turns.
I love it.
I at least appreciated that Heidi went for the donkey pun.
Yeah, and I thought this was fun, and I will, mostly remember it.
Sure. Like, if you were to do sexy taking a bath lady duck from Howard the Duck.
I'm so excited. Like, I know that you didn't really enjoy that movie, but like, it's something.
It's something.
You got to experience it.
Yes.
I'm such a lucky girl in love.
Yes.
I'm such a lucky duck in love. Yes.
But if you did something like that, where it was like, look at me, I'm a donkey. Oh, I'm so sexy and slutty. But then then you have like the silly donkey ears and the donkey makeup was really good. Like this was all working.
I would have enjoyed if her tail kept falling off, because Eeyore's always
Oh,
trying
sure,
to,
it's like pinned on, yeah.
No,
God, it
not
fell.
again. And then it's a reason to like show off the ass.
Sure.
No, my ass is so big, my tail keeps falling off. Something.
Yeah,
But,
let me just sit on it. Yeah.
But I did think this was one of the more creative of the night, and I liked it.
Yeah.
This is going to sound so weird, but I feel like the way that the ears fell was very much like in The Mask, when he's the wolf and then he's like hammering himself to go back to human. And there's a point, if you freeze the VHS tape, not that I've done this multiple times, it's like an in-between wolf man, and I'll just put it here.
Great.
And I feel like I just like that memory just unlocked of me being like, and pause so I can look at these special effects.
Interesting. Wow.
Anyway.
So then next up is Kahana, and she comes out as a plastic surgery advocate.
Right, I didn't know it needed advocacy, but sure.
Yeah,
This was giving the poster for Nurse 3D. Rick, I'm looking at you.
Great. I was over this because we've seen filler stuff enough times now.
I mean, sexy nurse is so overdone.
So
and then
overdone.
It's like, sexy nurse drag queen is now also overdone, so it was okay. But last out, Lala Ree in this was so fucking weird and confused. Okay, so she's in this red business jumpsuit in the front that has chains, and she turns around to reveal that it is fully backless.
Right.
But the ass had it looked like two coconut shells. Like it wasn't...
Oh, because it was like her actual ass. Because the nude illusion of the tights was just darker.
It looked like she had sat on two coconuts.
It looked really odd.
I would have liked this more if it was actually backless.
Sure.
It was just ass out, and it wasn't really successful, you know?
Right.
And the whole time, to be honest, I was like Nostradamus. I was like, where's Chanel?
Oh, yes.
Where is she?
Absolutely. Oh, and then...
I want that ass out.
Yes.
Oh,
there we go. But I would have also liked Alexis Michelle's better if it was literally like the front of a wedding dress, but then in the back,
it was
it's
all
just like
lingerie.
it's just a tied bow and nothing.
Sure.
And a white thong.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
You know?
Business in the front, party in the back. It's
Yeah.
the mullet of wedding dresses.
Absolutely. That at least would have been a little bit more of a...
It was so bizarre. It was very much just like I'm looking into a birdhouse or something.
It was weird.
It was weird.
It was weird the way it was cut.
And there was like floopy flopping on the bottom.
Yeah.
It was very strange.
It wasn't good.
Hey, queens, where do you like to have fun?
In the butt, Ru.
Welcome to In the Butt, Ru. That's hashtag In the Butt, Ru.
Quick commercial break, and we will be back with the final commercials.
Trailers. So the first group, Get Off Island.
Could have done a better title. I mean, honestly, just call it Fabulous Coon Island. I mean, they know James does. James knows.
It's copyrighted.
Yeah.
Right. So Get Off Island. I'll say this: they wrote a script with jokes that had a setup and a payoff, and they actually conceived a plot. And there was things going on.
Yep.
And I actually did, I think, laugh at this one the most. It went into a bit of a surreal place where it was like, and the the storms. It's like suddenly it's Gilligan's Island, you know? And it's like, oh no! And then them like running in the woods, like, oh my God, we've got to get out of here. Like that stuff was making me laugh. And I know that's like post decisions. It ended and I went, well, that was one of the strangest things I've ever seen on Drag Race because it was just so bizarre, you know?
For me, I felt like the issue was it took too long to...
The setup.
The setup.
They didn't need, honestly, any of the stuff on the boat.
No.
They've washed up on shore.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that booze cruise really got us.
They're already planning a Playboy's Girls of the Plane Crash issue.
Look there, Gary, over there.
Over where? Oh, there.
Land. There's land. Help me paddle. We've got to make it. Paddle with your hands.
Or your panties, or your breasts, or whatever.
3-hour tour only lasted 1.5. I don't know, something, but all we needed, we washed up on shore.
On this island.
We're shipwrecked. What are we gonna do?
Exactly.
The horrors of Spider Island.
You could do Agnes Moorehead maybe shows up and that's some kind of drug you've been giving her.
Well, and the fact that she appeared like Andorra.
Ooh, yeah.
But that was fun. That happened.
Yeah.
I thought this was.
I don't know if that read for me.
Well,
you're not going to leave at all. You'll tell the paparazzi where we've been all these years. Ooh, and we can't have that.
I thought this was a fun opportunity for them to do impressions.
Yep.
You know, the jokes were maybe not the funniest, but they were smart. You know, this has an emblem that says JFK. It's
from JFK. They're from the airport? Or the president. Oh, Obama.
They wrote that joke.
Yep.
It had actual dialogue. Yeah. It was funny that they kept finding jewelry. That kept being the thing.
Oh, look, more jewels.
I think this does deserve kudos for being weird, a big swing, different. I liked that they made these older references that at least were, that's kind of what Drag Race used to be.
It's so weird. I thought this one would have been safe. It was what Drag Race used to be. Ru used to love stuff like that, and then they seem to not care anymore. And that's fine, I guess, but
they just want it to be a slut. I'm just getting a little bit sick of it.
It's just too simple.
What is it usually filled with?
Dicks, of course.
They laughed like it was Wet Hot American Summer. Like they were gonna keel over and fucking die.
Which is my way of saying we were cavemen. I went to camp so long ago that I can remember saying sticks and stones may break my bones and meaning it.
Let's also embrace other types of comedy slightly. So I think this one for me was safe.
Yeah, I agree. I would put this one as safe. I would put Heidi's as the top, and I would have put the other Jimbo's team on the bottom.
It was really weird. I thought the gaslighting.
The gaslighting is insane. What really annoys me is, and we'll see it next week with Snatch Game, the laugh track essentially is what it is at this point.
The laugh track.
Ru is the laugh track.
Ru is Zach Orth in Wet Hot American Summer.
Yes, and
it's very strange.
And you're just like, I didn't really find that funny, but I guess I'm supposed to.
Right.
And then Ru being like, disappointed or whatever, not reacting. You're like, but I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
How is that in the bottom now? So then next up is Best Friends for Never, the Jimbo, Candy, and Jessica group. And this was fine.
I didn't like this at all.
It didn't quite work. I don't remember what Candy or Jessica did at all, really.
They were sluts.
Tiffany's the most popular girl in school. And Vanessa is her devoted bestie.
I mean, I remember Jimbo had the
she's basically from Jawbreaker. She's Fern Mayo from Jawbreaker.
Sure.
I was like, Virginia Mayo. No, that's a real person. Virginia Mayo. No, that's a real person. God damn it. Fern Mayo. Anyway, this is Scream Queens.
Yeah.
Heather's Jawbreaker, but without any kind of satire or
uniqueness.
Take.
Yeah, there was no take.
The take was, we're sluts and we're mean.
Yep.
And Jimbo's, I'm a nerd, I am rageful.
Yeah.
It's every 80s horror movie.
Sure.
Over my dead body.
Hey, that was my lunch.
Booger.
No, and my glasses.
Not done in any way that's exciting. This was so boring to me.
I did think it was funny when Jessica was like,
Bruno, I'm getting ready for you. Bruno, I'm not ready.
Here's my hole, I'm out. No, okay.
Yeah.
We can't say that. We can't do that.
We can't do that.
My hole is out. I should probably sleep on the couch.
Anyway, I don't remember anything that happened other than, spoiler alert, apparently they're dead by the end of episode 1. Like when Jimbo was just like, they're both dead. Ha ha! I was like, wow, you really spoiled that show. I mean, is there a twist? Are they going to be zombies? Are they coming back to life? I know we're not supposed to think of it in these terms, but if you're presenting a trailer for a TV show and your two leads have been murdered at the end of said teaser, unless that's some kind of spoiler or we're going to whoop, that happened the beginning of the semester, 6 months ago, and then which I hate.
Honestly, you really probably should have just done a White Lotus spoof.
Yeah.
And just be like, oh my God, a dead body. What happened? Ooh, creepy, weird shit. And then just have like a little turkey on the side going, but it's just like James Mansfield in the corner just going,
I love it. I would really enjoy that quite a bit.
Yeah.
So that was that one.
Yep.
Spoilers. I really was like at the end when they were just like both dead bodies. I was like, where do we go from here?
I guess I won't bother watching that show.
I guess I won't bother watching that show. And then they died. I will say Jimbo in this Fern Mayo drag was giving Fred Armisen in drag.
Okay.
Somehow.
Interesting.
The character. I mean, she did do a character.
Oh, yes,
like, I thought
absolutely.
of all of them, of this group, she was certainly doing the most.
Yes.
But I still didn't think it was like winning worthy. But anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, next up, run, queen, run! Oh, also,
Yeah.
I have another complaint to lodge.
Okay, great.
Why not have someone actually do the voiceovers?
Heidi in closet. Alexis Michelle. And Jimbo as Muffy.
Thank you. So bizarre.
Just like
You
and
couldn't
here's
get anyone to-
Heidi and Jimbo just doing the voiceovers for NBC or whatever.
Right.
It's like
This summer on NBC.
I mean,
it's
I
just
guess
so strange when they put so much production into
some things like
RDR Live.
Exactly.
And then this, it's like, I don't know.
Who cares?
Do your own voiceover.
It just feels half-assed in the production.
Yeah.
Like
it's that extra little bit that
that makes
sells
like,
it.
And like the RDR one was a great episode. I think everything worked mostly quite well.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, we'll talk about it. I guess the tea behind the scenes was that everyone did do it in one take except for Candy, and they just hid that, which, you know, I think is part of the issue as well. Production shouldn't be hiding people's performance.
Yeah.
If you all have the same challenge and you don't do it as well as the others because you picked the hard role where you have to host and you have a lot to say, that's on you.
Yeah.
And now you're in the bottom, and you better hope that you were nice enough and they don't pick your fucking lipstick. I don't know.
But next up, run, queen, run!
Right.
Heidi and Lala's characters were so specific.
We gonna get them panties.
Bitch, we need them panties, Rella.
I wanted to see them developing
Yes.
these looks.
Yes.
Like, these were some of the this wig
The-
and the makeup, like...
It had to have been so funny to watch them playing and
Okay,
figuring
now
out
how
and
do
hanging
we...
out. In the...
And I'll do this kind of weird thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to see. I was like, wait. I need to know how this came to be.
On Monica Beverly Hills Boulevard. We'll get her. What you think?
Oh, touch it, boss.
Talk it, bitch.
Because I'm obsessed with it.
And don't you think that that would make more entertaining television than the stupid manufactured bullshit drama of like,
Yes.
oh, you pulled my lipstick, well, I pulled your lipstick.
Well, I do think that, Andrew.
Okay, great.
Yes, I agree. But yes, Lala Ree with her fat Albert and Heidi was, I mean,
Fully 110% in it.
realized.
She was
and
just
so committed. They were so funny together.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're so close.
Grab them.
I would watch that show. I don't know what it is, the Lala Ree and Heidi show. Sure.
But I would watch the
But
Lala Ree and Heidi show.
I
yeah.
would watch that.
Yeah.
That's the only one I think that I would probably watch just because I was
Oh,
entertained.
I would totally watch.
I would watch
Get Off Island.
I would too.
Because
James, I know she's gonna pull the references.
the references, and every week we get a new celebrity a guest dead celebrity, and a new drag queen can do that impersonation
Yeah,
and come
fun.
on and like I would totally watch that show.
I mean, yes, I would watch a Fabulous Cunt Island drag queen show. Yes, I would. Who are we gonna see this time? Oh, Penny Marshall, great. Being a mom is hard.
Oh
you
my
know.
God!
Being on this island is hard. You gotta crack coconuts. You know, the
Put 'em
fire never works. It's always sandy. It gets everywhere. I hate sand.
I hate it. It gets everywhere. Get Off Island's the only one I think the show could develop into
Sure.
an actual,
Yes.
like if they had written it out
Right.
and given them all more time.
Absolutely.
And it's almost like a Snatch Game alternative.
Yeah.
Right? Because everyone gets to do
Absolutely.
their impression
And
of...
you can pick whoever random dead celebrity is going to
celebrity.
show up on this island.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But anyway, run, queen, run. Yeah, they were so funny and played with each other and
Yeah.
were clearly the stars, and I feel like should have dual won.
I agree. I think, you know, Kahana.
She was there.
She was there. And maybe that's the part of it. Like, she let them down, I guess. And that's why they didn't win.
I don't know.
But I don't know. I think they just wanted to give it to Jimbo.
Ultimately, it was Darian's idea.
Why didn't you take the initiative?
And then Alexis just immediately throwing Darian under the bus.
Well, it wasn't my idea. It was Darian's.
Like, maybe this is in the editing, but it came out of nowhere.
Boy, they came out of nowhere.
Did they even ask you?
Right.
Like, I was like, I feel like you just brought this up. And maybe that's the editing. I don't know. But it came off very like, I'm sorry, what?
I just want to say that I did not have anything to do with this idea, and I didn't believe in it. Well, maybe that's part of the problem, girl.
It was funny when they all left the stage and it was just like ass, like, because they were like all across each other.
Sure, yeah.
The image of that did make me laugh.
I cannot go home tonight.
But no, Best Friends Forever wins, and Jimbo wins and is in the top.
Yep.
And
she has to lip sync against Chanel.
Against Chanel. I was very excited.
I was very excited.
So to see Chanel. And they lip sync to Bad Reputation by Joan Jett.
Yeah.
And this was okay.
It was okay.
Jimbo seems to not be much of a lip sync queen.
No.
And this format is really hurting my excitement about her as on a whole. Yeah. Because I do really like Jimbo, and I think she's funny and fun and has great looks. But the fact that she really just cannot, for the life of her, pull out a fun lip sync.
At this point, wide variety of songs.
Wide variety of songs.
It's like, ooh.
I don't know what your genre is.
God damn, you couldn't give me a Lil' Kim song?
It's not that situation. It's like you've had multiple different options, and yet none of them have been good enough to win against people that I don't even know if I would consider...
Assassin.
Like, right, a full assassin. Like, Chanel's great.
Chanel's great.
And I liked this. I don't think Chanel had like the most amazing lip sync.
No.
It was good. And it was certainly better than Jimbo's.
Yeah. She's breaking nails. She's really going for it.
Yeah.
Jimbo was bouncing. But yes,
Shredders just flies, Shredders just snicks.
But yes, Chanel wins, and the group votes Darian to go home. But at least she went out in her best look, looking fabulous.
Yeah.
I don't really think I would have sent her home. But, you know, there you go.
There you go. I mean, I don't think she was going to make it to the top, but
No.
I was enjoying having her on there.
Yeah. This episode, we're starting to see the seams stretch and break down.
Yeah.
I feel like they're really losing control of this cast quickly.
Yeah.
Episode 4, and I'm already going, oh no, girl.
Oh no.
You've lost them. They're doing their own games now. Like, I feel like it's a runaway train at this point.
Maybe.
And the wheels are coming off.
Yep.
We'll talk about next week because it's only becoming more apparent.
Yep.
And cheers?
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers
we'll see
to Darian.
Yes, we'll see you next Thursday.
I really, really wished I had panties on, but I didn't think I'd have to lip sync.
My hole is out.